So one thing I'd like to touch on firstly, that the negative said, is that we would be forcing owners of new buildings to pay for solar panels that they may or may not use. But as I stated in my, in my solvency, I'm not forcing anybody to purchase anything they don't want to. I am simply mandating that new buildings be constructed with solar panels on them. Secondly, the negative said that the transportation of solar panels would be dangerous to the environment, as those trucks would be using fossil fuels. But as we just saw last month, Tesla just came out with a new semi-truck that runs solely on solar panel. So there are changes being made that would accommodate the transportation of solar panels. And the main points that I want to bring up is that there are higher disadvantages to using fossil fuels than there are to use solar panels, and mainly because fossil fuels are finite and that they pose a danger to the environment. In an article by Advantages of Solar Energy from rsenergy.com, we see that fossil fuel deposits are scattered and finite. Their economic worth and uncertainty are enough to cause disagreements that can lead to labor strikes, price validity, and even more. Solar energy is available nearly everywhere and will be for another 5 billion years. So we see here that fossil fuels are finite. They're going to run out eventually, and so we need to move to solar now with full force. And lastly, I want to just reinstate that fossil fuels are a danger to the environment, as we see here in an article called Pros and Cons of Fossil Fuels, written on 25 December 2016. Once again, fossil fuels can damage the environment, this time in the form of oil spills. Huge tankers carrying oil from one place to another at great cost and great risk can sometimes crash or run aground and spill the content into the sea and on nearby coasts. This is a disastrous not only for the sea and land, but for the animals that live off of it. Birds can get coated in oil and be unable to fly. Fish can choke, and other animals, such as seals or penguins, can ingest this deadly fuel when they try to clean it off themselves. Oil spills do not occur often, but when they do, they can kill hundreds, if not thousands of animals. So we see here that there are more dangers in the transportation of fossil fuels than there are in solar. For those reasons, I urge you to vote affirmative. Thank you.